Okay, all right, let's get into this. We're doing a deep dive today looking at, well, the fascinating world inside a particular group of friends.
Yeah, and they're all getting together for something pretty special.
Totally. It's Nighty Night's housewarming party.
It's a big deal.
It really is. We're honestly, so excited for him. Nighty's officially a big boy now.
Uh-huh.
Got the driver's license.
These are, massive steps.
Huge steps. We're genuinely proud, you have to say.
Absolutely. It feels like everyone's proud, especially when you think about his famous saying.
Don't even. You can't tell me what to do. I'm Nighty. You just know he said that negotiating the mortgage.
Probably tried it at the DMV, too.
Definitely. But seriously, big congrats to Nighty. Super excited for him, this new chapter.
It really sets a perfect scene for what we're trying to do here. The goal, really, is to look at who's coming, the personalities converging on this new house.
Yeah, and figure out what the vibe might be like. What's the social ecosystem we're walking into here?
Exactly. Because looking at the details we have, it's not just a random guest list. It's a pretty specific, vibrant cast of characters.
Oh, yeah. Each one bringing their own special brand of energy. Let's call it energy.
Definitely energy. It's less about just, who is coming and more about how their specific quirks may play out, Terry, for instance.
Terry. Okay, so the word is Terry's going to be super worried, so stressed.
And why? Apparently, he was really involved in building and decorating the place.
Right, which, immediately puts everyone else in a tricky spot, doesn't it?
Totally. It's a social tightrope. Do you compliment him, maybe sound fake? Or do you, offer a tiny suggestion and risk? Well, his wrath. Apparently, he hates both.
He hates both. That's such a classic group thing, though. That one friend whose specific anxiety you just have to, tiptoe around.
Good luck to everyone attending, seriously.
Yeah, really. And speaking of navigating tricky situations, Rumi.
The notes are pretty sure he'll try and start a vote to kick someone out.
Even though he promised not to.
Even though it points to that role in a group, right? The agent of chaos.
Yeah.
Or maybe the enforcer of rules, even if the rules are, kicking people out.
Some traditions die hard, I guess. Rumi just loves a good expulsion vote. Can't resist.
Then you've got Melzers. She's definitely coming.
Yeah.
But the real question is, for how long?
Because she will fall asleep. Guaranteed. That's what we're hearing.
There's always one. The friend who just, powers down mid-party.
Provides a necessary lull, maybe?
Maybe. A different kind of dynamic shift. And let's hope nobody breaks out Pictionary if Deb is there.
Oh, God, no. Apparently her drawing skills, not what they used to be.
That feels like a very specific inside joke, maybe a little mean.
Mm-hmm.
But it shows how groups, remember things, tease each other about stuff. Remember Deb's drawing of the...
Totally. Adds that layer of, performance anxiety or just awkwardness. And
T-Bone. Might bust out his sort of English spy voice.
Which sounds amazing, frankly. But here's a direct clash noted. Terry and T-Bone. Never gonna be friends. Explicitly stated.
And that's key. It's not just individual quirks. It's the history, the existing tensions, maybe unresolved stuff. This party isn't just a party. It's potentially a minefield of old rivalries.
Maybe the spy voice is involved. We need the backstory on that feud.
Definitely need more intel there. But it shows how these things dictate who talks to who, or maybe more importantly, who avoids who. Sev.
Sev. Likely a no-show. Prioritizing his Italian buddies, apparently.
Which happens, right? Shifting loyalties, busy schedules.
Yeah.
It's a challenge for any group.
Sev, missing out on Nighty's house and the spy voice. What are you doing?
And speaking of maybe not showing up, depending on who else is there, Yo-Yo.
Right. Yo-Yo's a definite yes. Unless Clav shows up.
That highlights that whole avoidance thing, doesn't it? If your attendance depends on someone else being absent, tells you a lot about maybe some unresolved issues there. How people manage awkwardness.
It's like strategic party planning. And, okay, every group needs its information broker.
The gossip. Looks like that's Dragon. Loves to spread it. The group's designated news source. Maybe slightly embellished news.
Keeping the channels open for better or worse. But hey, there's also excitement for some new faces. Everyone's really hoping Nigel and Rupert show up.
Yeah, they're kind of new, but apparently universally loved. Specifically, their voices.
Intriguing.
It shows how new people can slot in and become really important fast.
Yeah.
Right? If they bring something everyone likes. Like nice voices.
Let's hope they make it. And then Zax.
Zax, noted as the token American. And the notes amusingly add, they haven't been able to get rid of him yet.
Uh-huh. He's sticking around. You need that in a group, right? The fixture, the anchor, or just very persistent. Go, Zax.
Okay, now we get into the properly strange territory. The Dan rumor.
Oh, boy.
The Dan rumor. Dan will be there, and the rumor is he's secretly Zax's ex-wife in disguise.
Yeah. The notes actually call it weird, which feels like an understatement.
Just a tad. This one's beyond normal group stuff. This is deep inside joke territory, or like an elaborate prank, or just pure group absurdity.
It's a working theory. Let's maybe not unpack that one too deeply.
Agreed. But moving to the other end of the spectrum from, like, universally loved new voices, there's Chad.
Chad. Oh, the notes on Chad are direct.
Incredibly direct.
Yeah.
If Chad shows up, he can go right fucking back to the place he came from, and everyone will vote to kick him out. No question.
Wow. Okay. Zero ambiguity there then. Chad is clearly, like, the group's boundary, the one person everyone unites against.
Which is a weird bonding mechanism in itself, isn't it? The shared enemy.
Totally. A negative force creating positive ties within the rest. Fascinating, actually. And slightly different note. Everyone's hoping Buzz brings mushrooms.
Essential supplies, perhaps?
Yeah.
For certain party enhancements?
Speaks to the specific flavor of this group's fun, maybe?
And finally, Daz, attendance is iffy. Why?
No pool table.
No pool table.
Apparently that's the deal breaker. No pool, no Daz. Admire the dedication, I suppose.
Highlights how specific hobbies or comforts dictate things. Right. Simple as that.
So looking at this whole lineup, the worriers, the voters, the sleepers, the performers, the rivals, the avoiders, the gossips, the new guys, the anchors, the really weird rumors, the outcasts, and the mushroom hopes, it's quite a mix.
It's a rich tapestry, a microcosm of human interaction, really.
Yeah, it totally is.
Yeah.
This snapshot for Nighty Night's Party, it just gives you this glimpse into how complex and messy and funny friend groups are, you know? There's real affection, but also these old jokes, maybe some tensions, shared hopes.
Exactly. Each person isn't just them. They're part of this network. History, expectations,
Yeah.
how the party goes depends entirely on how they all connect or clash or just, ignore each other.
So thinking about all that, Terry pacing about the paint job, Rumi poised for an eviction, Melser's nodding off, T-Bone maybe doing the spy voice, Yo-Yo nervously checking the door for Clev, everyone hoping Buzz remembered the fungi, and collectively dreading Chad, plus that whole Danzax thing. Given this specific, chaotic, probably loving mix, what do you think is the most likely outcome for Nighty Night's Big Night? What's the one detail you can't shake?